Yo, yo, in the building. Smash up the like button as y'all come in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all see the title? Let's check it out. Project. Look at that. One of the things that she took that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right, y'all. So, Diddy Diddy was sentenced to 50 months in prison. Now, I've been talked about this a couple months ago. You know, I spoke about how Diddy could shave off time from his sentence. You know, everybody was 50 months, 50 months. I'm like, he's not gonna do the whole 50 months. Not at all. So we got news on Diddy. So we got news on Diddy. Let's go ahead with it. So the rap mogul's 50-month sentence for Mann Act violation has been reduced. So we know Diddy has time reduced. Okay? Diddy has time reduced. And I explained this to y'all. I said, since Diddy is coming into the federal prison system with no priors, no records, none of that, he's going to be categorized as category 1, the lowest in the system, because it's different levels of system. So Diddy is going to be category 1. And drug programs, domestic violence programs, that's going to shave off the majority of your time, period. So Sean Diddy Combs shaved 6 weeks off his federal prison sentence. 6 weeks. 6 weeks off his federal prison system. And great. 6 weeks, that's good. So let's talk about it. Rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs will be released from federal prison in New Jersey a month and a half earlier than expected. But it's not over yet. He could still shave off more time. There's steps that he could take that is shave off more time. According to official prison, as he entered a rehab program last year after becoming incarcerated. So we know last year, Diddy entered a rehab program after becoming incarcerated. So his lawyers advised him, go into these programs immediately. You go into these programs, shave off time off your time off his sentence. Combs was found guilty of the Mann Act at National Federal Trial in Manhattan this past summer. It's a kangaroo circus. I wouldn't call it sensational. I call it a kangaroo circus The judge was in his feelings that he was acquitted of all the serious charges. The judge was in his feelings, so the judge still sentenced him like, like he was acquitted of the serious charges. 50 months was a little too excessive. That's why the time is getting shaved off. Like even though the judge said you got to do 50 months, Diddy is not going to do 50 months. So the judge got to understand that even though you said 50 months, judge, I'm not doing 50 months. Judge, I promise you I'm not doing 50 months. Combs was found guilty of the Mann Act at his sentence. Exactly. Not a Mann Act. Like, I never seen him use the Mann Act again, ever. I never see him use this again. Why didn't they use the Mann Act again after Diddy? Was it just one and done? Come on, man. Y'all gotta ask. Y'all gotta ask serious questions, man. You gotta ask serious questions. So, was it just to crucify Diddy and just get rid of the Mann Act? That's what it looks like. It was one and done. Nobody else was ever convicted of the Mann Act after Diddy. After Diddy, nobody else was ever convicted of the Mann Act. And that's crazy to me. That's insane. Combs was found guilty of violation of the Mann Act at his sensational federal trial in Manhattan this past summer, but dodged more serious counts of sex and racketeering. Dramatic turnaround for the fallen rap idol. He's not a rap idol, man. But that's the problem with media. They love to mix rap with everything. Like, you could be an R&B singer, you could be a producer. They just gonna lump you into one thing, rap. Put it under one bad umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Diddy was never a rap idol. Diddy was a producer, a label owner. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who was signed the rap acts. You know what I'm saying? So, I hate when media does that. Like media does that all the time. Media does that all the time. They always want to lump everything into rap. I guess that's what they've been trained to do. Diddy is not a rap idol. Diddy is a label owner, a record producer. He's more than a rapper. He's way more than that. In a dramatic turnaround for the fallen rap idol and his legal team, he was sentenced to 50 months in prison instead of the time served sentence they were seeking. Exactly. At the end of the day, Brian Steele pulled out Brian Steele was the star of the show, man. Now Combs can't shave a month off the 4-year plus sentence, as prison has updated his release date to April 25th, 2028. So April 25th, 2028. That's the new release date. Now, if I'm Diddy, I'm 2027, because you're still in 2028. See, you're still projected release. So I'm thinking, how can I get this to 2027? I need to be out next year. You know what I'm saying? Next year is what I'm shooting for. Okay, we in 2026 now. We in March. I need something that's going to shave off a couple more months to get this projected release date to 2027. Anytime in 2027 is a win, bro. Trust me, it's a win, because that's next year. So if Diddy could play his cards right, if Diddy could get into more programs, and if Diddy could shave off some more months off his sentence, this is April. If you could months, he'll be coming in 27. That's if he could shave off more months. Diddy will be home in 2027. So he got the You got domestic programs. You got drug programs. If I'm Diddy, I'm taking every program that could shave off once. Give me, give me all the programs. Keep me busy. You know what I'm saying? So before you know it, you look up. State for 2020. No more 2028. That is the object. Okay, we got April 2028. So we need another program that's going to get me into 2027. Anytime after 2027, I win. Because this year is almost up. We in March already. So this year is almost up. So anytime after 2027, y'all, 2027 is a win for Diddy. Definitely a win for Diddy, man. Trust me. Release date April 28th, which is about 5 weeks forward from the original date of June 4th of the same year. So they was gonna let him out June 4th the same year, but they changed it to April 2025. April 25th. It is the latest date change for Combs after the date was moved from May to June. So it actually moved the date 1 month up from May to June, and the program bumped it back down to April. So, they're playing with them dates. They're playing with Diddy, bro. Like, just let me, just let Diddy do his sentence and let the man go. Why y'all got to play these games, man? Mr. Combs is an active participant in the residential drug abuse program. There you go. Drug abuse program. That's one program, but I need like 3 more. You got the drug abuse. You got the domestic violence program. You got these other programs that you need to get into. Mr. Combs is an active participant in the residential drug program, in the residential drug abuse program, and has taken his rehabilitation process seriously from the start. He is fully engaged in his work, focused on growth, and committed to change. A representative for Combs told Page 6 on Wednesday. So Combs is committed to positive change. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, pedestals got erasers, right? So, the rapper and fashion icon will reach their billionaire status. So he was close to a billionaire. So Diddy was close to a billionaire. The rapper and fashion icon who reached near status ahead of his trial is serving his sentence at Fort Dixon, New Jersey. So he's been in New Jersey. First, he was in MDC, which is Brooklyn. Then when he was sentenced to the 50 months, they moved him to New Jersey. And he had participated now in a residential drug abuse program. That's what Diddy's in. So Diddy is in a drug abuse program, and this program really shaved off a couple of months, shaved a month off that 4-year prison. So it shaved off a month. So it went from June to April, which was May. So they gave him a month, and like they playing games. So his release date now is April 2020, April 25th, 2028. That's Diddy's release date now. You got to get into the 2027, bro. April, you got March, February, June. I need another program that's going to take off 3 more months. 3 more months. My release date is in 2020 as opposed to 2028. 1 more program, and Diddy be home next week. Next month. Next year. Like 1 more program, and Diddy, yeah. Understand what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Following Combs' sensational trial last year, where his sex life, drug habits, and dark relationships with his romantic partners were detailed for the jury in the courtroom, but not only for the jury and the courtroom, it was detailed for the whole world to see. The whole world seen Diddy's Diddy's fetishes, the whole world had a front door seat to what Diddy likes to do. The whole world learned, but what the world learned, if you know, we've been knew about Diddy's situation. That's the difference. But like what the world knew, we've been knew about 2 decades prior. You could just see how Diddy moves and all the rumors that's circulating around Diddy's name. So we've been new. This ain't nothing new to us. It's just that y'all putting his bedroom secrets out there. And that's kind of taboo, but it is what it is, man. You see, romantic partners were detailed for the jewelry and courtroom, then splash across headlines worldwide. Exactly. Then splash across the headlines. That's all this was. It's a kangaroo circus. The headlines, media got good views off of it. Me, I got monetized off of it. So it is what it is. Prosecutors reeling from the split verdict sought a harsher 10 sentence. So they wanted Diddy to go to jail for 10 years. 10 years? 10 years they wanted Diddy to go to jail. And you got school teachers who done worse than Diddy. Shall we go there? The pretty school teachers, the female school teachers who molests children and only get probation, no jail time. Should we go there? Should we go there? Truth seekers, truth tellers, telling the truth ain't popular, hashtag. Should we go there? We want to give Diddy a 10-year sentence, but teachers who molest students get probation, no jail time, only if you're female. The men, we don't get no mercy. And that's why females are the ones who's doing it more, because men know better. We know better. We know better. Females don't. That's why they get away with it. The men don't, because we know better and we don't do it. The females do it and they don't get punishment for it. So that's why rampant is rampant. You're seeing female teachers engaging in all kind of sexual acts with no punishment. It's rampant. They know they could get away with it, so they're gonna do it. They punish men for doing that, but the females, they don't punish. It's not fair. So prosecutors ruling from the split verdicts, 10-year sentence. Man, his team of high-priced lawyers asked for no more than 14 months, but requested that the year he had already spent in lockup counts towards the sentence handed down, and that he be released to his home and family. So they wanted a 10-year sentence. His team thought 14 months, which is a little over a year. 12 months is a year. So a little over a year and 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Combs filed to appeal his sentence. So December, we filed appeal, to appeal that shit. But the case seemed to be stuck. And at least one of his star attorneys looks to have a new splashy case. Following sentencing, the appeal was filed, arguing that the government failed to prove its case against him. The government failed to prove the case against Diddy, of course. In terms of the Mann Act violation, which involved the transportation of another person for sex work, his lawyers also claimed the case was too harsh in sentencing Combs. Yeah, I think so too. That judge was in his feelings through the whole trial. Like, even though Diddy was being nice to the judge, trying to suck up to the judge, whatever, that judge was not having it. That judge was not having it. And when the jury found him not guilty of the serious charges, that judge was definitely in his feelings. That judge was definitely in his. His lawyers also claimed the federal judge overseeing the case was too harsh in Combs' sentencing and therefore violated his constitutional rights. So did the judge violate Diddy's constitutional rights? That's what they're arguing right now. That's what they're arguing. But one of Combs' star attorney, Tanny Gregos, may have moved on to another case involving a famous imprisoned New Yorker. Today, she is in court representing Harvey Weinstein. It is decided if he will take a plea deal or face a retrial on one of his New York rape cases. Man, Harvey Weinstein. So there we have it, y'all. So there we have it. Sean Diddy Combs shaved 6 weeks off his prison sentence, y'all. 6 weeks off his federal prison sentence. So there we have it. Sean Diddy Combs shaves off 6 weeks off his federal prison sentence. 6 weeks. I'm thinking that, like he should have never been sentenced anyway. Diddy should have never been sentenced anyway. They only sentenced him in the court of public opinion. He was only sentenced because of the media, because of Cassie. That's the only reason Diddy was sentenced, because of Cassie. And then when you look at it, Cassie wasn't even he wasn't even on trial for the Cassie situation. They're gonna say, so that's all Diddy was sentenced for. It's for the Cassie situation, So we gotta understand, bro. Let me fix my undershirt. I hate my undershirt. Y'all hate the light bunnies. Y'all come into the building. What's good with y'all, man? What y'all on, man? We real over here, man. We the truth tellers, so we're gonna talk the truth, man. And it's not popular. It is what it is. But I don't like to be lied to. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy was only found guilty in the court of public opinion. The media, the Cassie, the only reason he was found guilty was for because the Mann Act. Everybody does the Mann Act. They're flying people out on Instagram right now. Right now, they're flying people out on Instagram. Ain't that a violation of the Mann Act? Why does it stop only with Diddy? That's the part I don't like. There's no consistency with that. Okay, we're gonna punish Diddy for the Mann Act, and they done. Bro, you just pulled it out your hat for Diddy, and that's it. There's a lot of people violated the Mann Act. You know what I'm saying? Like Harvey Weinstein, he's in prison right now for it. What about Donald Trump? Donald Trump violated the Mann Act. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Donald Trump violated the Mann Act when he went to Epstein Island and engaged. Donald Trump violated the Mann Act. Donald Trump is a convicted felon who sexually assaulted a woman on an airplane. Come on, man. But nobody want to talk about that, bro. And that's so weak to me. Because I would talk about Donald Trump every day of my life. I got no problem with it. Got no problem with coming down on Donald Trump the same way I will come down on Diddy. I got no respect of a person. I don't go by skin color. Right is right, wrong is wrong. That's it. That's it. Donald Trump molested. Donald Trump assaulted a woman on an airplane, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She never got justice for it. And when I talk Donald Trump, y'all want to run out the room. That's how I know this world is full of cowards. They love to come down on Diddy all day. But when I start to rile up Trump, they get out of here. They run. You bunch of cowards in this world. Y'all are cowards. I fear nothing in this world. Donald Trump assaulted a woman on an airplane, y'all. Nobody want to Nobody gonna talk about Trump like everybody shit scared of Trump or something. Everybody's scared of Trump or something, bro. Come on, man. Like what could they do to me? And I'm already black in America. You can't do much to me more. I'm already black in America. That's how I see it. So I got nothing to lose. Oh man, see, what y'all gotta understand, man, is Donald Trump is worse than Diddy. Yeah, but y'all ain't gonna see it that way. Since the 1970s, at least 28 women have accused Donald Trump of various acts of sexual misconduct. Since the 1970s, at least 28 women have accused Donald Trump of various acts of sexual misconduct. And he became president of the highest land. So y'all moved the goalpost. Since the 70s, he's been accused of this. But don't nobody talk about this. They want to talk about Diddy all day. But what about Trump? Trump started a whole new war just so they don't got to talk about him in the Epstein files. Trump invaded Iran just so we don't have to talk about the Epstein. You understand what I'm saying? This is real news. This is real. Since the 1970s, I wasn't even born yet. It include R-word, assault, kissing and groping without consent. Now this right here, this is Trump MO. I could imagine Trump still doing that, kissing and groping women without their consent, and they don't say nothing about it. They don't say nothing about it, but he's allowed to lead the highest office of the land. But you want to give Diddy 10 years in prison? 10 years in prison? But this man, Donald Trump, y'all want to kiss his ass? It's irrespective of person. Just because he's a billionaire, because he got money, he could do no wrong? That's weak. That's weak. Come on, man. Look, since the 1970s, at least 28 women, 28, 28, 28 women have accused Donald Trump of various acts of sexual misconduct, including the R-word, assault, kissing and groping without consent, looking under women's skirts. Now that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. This man is looking up under women's skirts, bro. And the majority of the women voted for Trump. And he's a creep to women. And the majority of women still voted for him. This is a fucked up world. This world is fucked up. And I love to point out the messed up stuff in this world. I love to point it out. Because if y'all ain't gonna do it, somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Looking under women's skirts. Ain't that illegal? Ain't that a crime? Looking under women's skirts? So men could do that. So I could go look under a women's skirt. And that's okay. That's perfectly legal. Come on, man. And this one's crazy. He's walking in on naked pageant contestants. Wow. Donald Trump is walking in on naked pageant contestants. Donald Trump was walking in on naked pageant contestants. They run, boy. Like if it was Diddy, you know how much people would be in here riling them up? And since we talking about Donald Trump, they say, oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. He's talking about Donald Trump. And you're a fucking coward. He has a history of insulting and belittling women when speaking to the media and social media. Listen, man, Donald Trump is the devil, man. Donald Trump has been accused of rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment, including non-consensual kissing and groping by at least 25 women. Come on, man. They prosecuted Bill Cosby. They prosecuted Bill Cosby. When they gonna prosecute Donald Trump? They prosecuted Cosby. They took Cosby in his old age to justice, right? When are we gonna do it for Trump? Donald Trump has been accused of this R word, sexual assault, sexual harassment. That's crazy. Look at this one. This is serious. In 2019, Jean Carroll alleges that Trump raped her in a department store dressing room in 1995 or 1996. Two friends of Carroll stated that Carroll had previously confirmed. So Trump raped a woman in a dressing room? Oh my God. Like, even allegations like that, it should bar you from being president. Why was he still allowed to be president with these allegations? Somebody can make sense, because it looked like America is cheating. When you really hold the light to America, you see how America don't play by the rules. You hold the light up to America, you see they don't play by the rules. This woman said Donald Trump hard her in a department store dressing room. Donald Trump hard her in a department store dressing room. That's crazy. And then this is what makes it worse, because Trump claimed he never met her, despite a photo showing them together at a party. So once you lie and say you don't know the person, but they got photos of you with the person, everything you say is a lie. Now everything else is a fucking lie, Trump. Everything else is a lie, Trump. You said you don't know this person, but then they got photos showing y'all together. So you're a liar. So we got a lying president in office. A lying president. Man, it's crazy, man. A New York jury in a civil trial found Trump liable. So they found him liable for sexual abuse and defamation against Carroll, but found him not liable for the R word. They awarded Carroll $5 million in damages. So for them to find him liable, it had to be proof that Donald Trump did it. They found him liable for sexual abuse, y'all. A court found Donald Trump, a jury found Donald Trump liable of sexual abuse, and he had to pay out $5 million in damages, but no jail time. That's the rich. This man is found liable of sexual abuse and is still allowed to be president. Don't y'all find it strange? Or y'all just like to go along with the cheating world we in? This world is a cheating world. So any righteous person is going to call it out. Now the unrighteous is going to side with Trump. And I'm okay with that. But I'm going to talk about it, period. Donald Trump was found guilty, bro. And he was still allowed, bro. Wow. And it's crazy, bro. It's bro, in July 2023, Judge Caperlin stated that the jury had found that Trump had raped Carroll. Oh my God. So, why ain't the mainstream media talking about this? They have found that Trump had raped her. He did it. Come on, gang. So you you tell me a rapist is allowed to be president of the United States? Wow. Wow. I got all the dirt on you, Trump. I got dirt on you, doggy. You got dirt on Trump. So y'all want to throw dirt on Diddy? Okay. It's hella dirt on Trump. It's so much dirt, you could build a mountain. I got dirt on you, doggy. Trump, it's a lot of dirt on you, bro. That's crazy, bro. Judge Capelin stated that the jury had found that Trump had raped Carol. He did it. The jury, he did it. He should have been in jail for this. He should have been in jail for this. Should have been in jail for this. But y'all want to give Diddy 10 years? And you got a rapist in the White House who can't even control himself around women, looking up women's skirts, just kissing on women without their consent. And imagine how much more stuff he done did. Wow. Wow, y'all. Wow. Wow. I think I'm alone in this world when it comes to the truth. I'm alone in this world when it comes to the truth. And I'm okay with that. Because I just chalk it up to all of y'all being liars. Wow. Trump needs to be impeached again and imprisoned. Trump needs to be in prison for these crimes against humanity. So Trump want to go around the world and police the world, and Trump want to talk about decency, and Trump want to fight for the people of Iran. Trump want to fight for their justice. Well, you need to serve prison, Mr. Trump, for your injustices to women. You know, you are a weapon of mass destruction to women, and you need to be put away. You can't control yourself around women. Come on, man. That's crazy. As of September 2023, partial summary judgment found Trump liable for again defaming Carol. On January 26, Trump was ordered to pay Carol an additional $83 million. So at first he had to pay Carol $5 million in damages. And then he started to defame a character, lying on her name. And January 26th, Trump was ordered to pay Carol an additional $83 million. So Trump was ordered to pay $83 million in damages. This is your president. This is y'all president. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, don't nobody talk about this stuff. Y'all pick and choose what y'all want to talk about. That's why this, bro. Oh man, bro. Like, you can't make this stuff up, bro. No mainstream media. No Vlad TV. Where Vlad TV at? Vlad TV love to talk bad about black people. He love to talk down on us. Well, we got a president who was ordered to pay additional $83 million in damages on top of the $5 million for a person he raped. But nobody is talking about this. None of your Vlad, none of your no jumpers. Y'all cowards, man. I swear. Other litigation include his then wife Ivana rape claims during the 1990 divorce. She later recanted. Businesswoman lawsuit allegedly said she settled the former. She settled a contest claim of sexual misconduct followed by defamation. Those who came to blind defamation between giving her money, man. The allegations by Ivana Trump and Jill Hart became public before Trump's presidency. See? You know what I'm saying? Now, this right here, former Miss USA and Miss Teen USA contestant accused Trump of entering the dressing room of beauty pageant contestants while contestants were in various stages of undress. Trump had already referred to this practice during the say he could get away with things like that. Yeah, of course you can. That's what Trump said. Trump, no, I got the complexion for the procedure. Yo, man, you don't think white people know that they could get away with stuff that we can't? They ain't stupid. White people know. I can get away with stuff that other people can't. Trump said it himself. I could get away with that. I could get away with that. Trump said himself, I can do anything to women, including just start kissing them. I don't even wait and grab them by the P word. That's Trump. Grab them by the P word. Come on, gang. Several former USA contestants accused Trump of entering the dressing rooms of man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy how much stuff Trump. Look, this goes in 1992. Jill Hart alleged that Trump assaulted her several times. Hart stated that in December 1992, while dining with Trump and her then boyfriend, George Horaney, Trump attempted to put his hands between her legs while her boyfriend was there. Listen, man, these people get bolder and bolder, man. Bolder and bolder. This one, in April 2016, an anonymous woman with the pseudonym Katie Johnson filed a lawsuit in California accusing both Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Uh-oh, this is crazy. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein of forcibly all-wording her when she was 13 years old. Wow. So this alleges Trump and Epstein all-word a 13-year-old girl, man. 13-year-old girl, man. Like, these are crazy charges that I've been reading, bro, about Trump. And he was still allowed to be president. I don't understand, bro. With those allegations, bro, you should be barred from being a president. You should be barred. You should be in jail, bro. You should be in jail, Trump. Why is you still allowed to maneuver in this free world? But y'all coming down on Diddy. Diddy had no charges like this. Diddy ain't do nothing like this. What Diddy did was consented between him, Cassie, and prostitutes, whatever. That's consented. This over here is diabolical to me. This right here warrants impeachment and imprisonment. Straight to jail you go. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. So again, Trump said he don't know Epstein, but this person got you and Epstein knowing each other. So what is it? He said he don't know what a guy. Trump and Epstein are forcibly all wording her when she was 13. Man, at underage, so they had underage sex parties? Yo, bro, this is diabolical, bro. And this was going on in 1994, bro. 1994, underage sex parties. Like, what? No wonder Trump went to war with Iran. He don't want this stuff coming out. He don't want this stuff coming out, bro. Don't want this stuff coming out. In 1994, Trump and Epstein was having underage sex parties, y'all. 1994. 1994. Underage sex parties. And y'all still look at Trump as a good person? Then what do y'all do in y'all time? Like, two can't walk together unless they're in agreement. So unless you agree with Donald Trump lifestyle, you okay with that. You're okay with it. You're okay with it, man. At a period in 1990 when she was 13, the lawsuit will be filed in September, November, escape the papers, not reported again. Have received multiple threats. Of course, they're going to threaten a woman, man. I loudly pleaded with defendant Trump to stop it, but he did not. Jane Doe wrote in a formal declaration of current status. Defendant Trump responded to my pleas by violently striking me in the face with his open hand. So this is Donald Trump, your president. striking a woman in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted. Yeah, that sounds like Trump to me. That sounds like a Trump. He does whatever he wants. Immediately following the R word, defendant Trump threatened me that were I to ever reveal any of the details of defendant Trump's sexual and physical abuse of me, my family and I would be physically harmed, if not killed. So Trump is threatening this person that if you go forward with this, your family going to be harmed, man. Listen, man. Trump has the power to make this stuff go away, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Trump have the power to make this stuff go away and make your victim with, and I don't like that. I don't like that because there's just so much stuff on Trump as far as sexual misconduct. It's a trail that goes back to the 70s. It's a trail. And y'all still allow this man to become president of the United fucking States. America is founded on bloodshed and murder. That goes to prove it, bro. They founded on crime, criminality. Christopher Columbus was the first criminal of America. And all the presidents of America believe in crime. They believe in, the R word. They all believe in it. America was founded on criminal activity. Ask Australia. Australia was founded by criminals. Y'all better do your homework, man. Y'all better do your research, man, on what going on around us, man. And stop listening to the mainstream media. But if the mainstream media was about their business, they would be talking about Trump all day long and all these sexual misconduct charges this man got. Come on, man. It's nasty. Look, all the way to 2023, bro. This is nasty, bro. This is nasty, bro. This is nasty, bro. She contacted Trump in 2007 about a job. Zerba said that Trump was sexually suggested during a meeting, kiss her open mouth, touch her breasts, and try. Oh my God. She also said the behavior was aggressive and non-consensual. Damn, man, that's crazy, man. That he could get away with anything he want, bro. That's crazy, man. Man could get away with anything, bro. And then he become president, bro. Look, all these cases, bro. Like y'all don't understand what the fuck I'm doing, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. All these cases against Trump, bro. 2016. And I showed y'all they go back to 1970. 1970. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man. I got to stop playing, man. Stop playing, man. Let's be serious here, man. Trump only went to war in Iran. Trump only attacked Iran so people don't got to talk about the Epstein files no more. It's a distraction, man. Trump went to war. Trump attacked another country for the distraction. So we don't talk about the Epsteins and Trump. He would attack and kill people to distract us from the Epstein files. So now everybody's focused on Iran for the next couple months. It worked in his favor. Trump knew this worked in my favor. I could distract people because they so stupid. They ain't gonna put it together, but I put it together. I figured it out, Trump. I ain't one of the dumb ones. The dummies. Oh, we're going to war. War. Yeah, war. But you didn't understand. It's a distraction from the Epsteins. It's a distraction from the Epsteins. Because if we don't talk about the Epstein and Trump, now we're talking about Trump and Iran. Now it's Trump and Iran. as opposed to last 2 weeks. It was Trump and Epstein held his feet to the fire, and he somehow got his feet out the fire and caused a distraction, and everybody's distracted. Everybody's distracted, except for me. I'm not distracted. Everybody's distracted, bro. I don't know why they call him a rapper, bro. Why they call Diddy a rapper? They love to call Diddy a rapper. They love to just link us with, he's a rapper. No, he's not a rapper, man. He is not a rapper, man. Diddy ain't a rapper, man. Diddy is a music mogul, man.
Be released from prison sooner than expected. The rapper, who is currently serving a 50-month sentence for prostitution-related charges, Sean Diddy Combs, will be released from prison sooner than expected. The rapper, who is currently serving a 50-month sentence for prostitution-related charges, is now scheduled to be free on April 25th, 2028.
Now, that day right there. Now I need this to be, see, he's already a few months into 2028. Now I need this to be 2027. 2 more programs or 1 more program have you coming out in 2027, Diddy, as opposed to 2028. So you got to get into 1 more program, and this is going to be a release date of 2027, not 2028, 2027. 1 more program. Look, April 2028. 1 more program is going to shave off a couple more months, and that's going to be a 2027 release date, which is next year.
According to Federal Bureau of Prisons records viewed by E! News. Combs' release date was initially set as May 8th, 2028, when he was sentenced last year, but it was later pushed back 1 month to June 4th, 2028. The 56-year-old remains at Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution, a low-security prison located in New Jersey, after he was transferred from the New York.
Yeah, this is MDC. This right here is a Brooklyn building. This is in Brooklyn. I never ventured to this part of Brooklyn. Ain't no need to. But this is MDC. This is right here in Brooklyn. So Diddy was in Brooklyn for a little over a year before he was transferred to New Jersey
Metropolitan Detention Center in late October. As for Combs' thoughts on his prison sentence, the rap mogul previously expressed remorse for his actions, telling the judge overseeing his case during his sentencing that his past behavior was, quote, disgusting, shameful, and sick. He stated per NBC News,
Listen, man, what Diddy did in the bedroom, man, is what he does in the bedroom. Diddy ain't no worse than no other person, bro, who's a freak in the bed. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they magnify Diddy's lifestyle to make it look like he's the only one that does this. When Donald Trump having non-consensual relations with women, and women scared to come forward. That's the troubling part. Women scared to come forward. And Donald Trump have yet to even face his demons. At least Diddy is facing his. Can we give Diddy credit for facing his fucking demons? What about Donald Trump? He run from his.
Quote, disgusting, shameful, and sick.
Let's give,
he stated per.
Let's give Diddy, man. Like, I'm a real person. Let's give Diddy credit for facing his. Donald Trump, he need to face his. Donald Trump running from his. He's worse than Diddy could ever. Like y'all understand, Donald Trump is the worst. Bro, why is he president? This whole world is corrupt. This is a corrupt world, bro. All the charges I read y'all, the allegations I read y'all. And he was still allowed to be president on top of impeachments, on top of insurrections.
NBC News, I am not this larger-than-life person. I am just a human being.
I can't be, I can't be crazy. Am I the only one who stand up for right? Am I the only one who stands up for the right of people? I think so. I think this whole world just is, I'm the one that's going to stand up for the rights of people, man. Donald Trump needs to be impeached and imprisoned, period. He needs to go straight to a jail cell.
I was trying my best. I got lost in excess and lost in my ego. Because of my decision, I lost my freedom and the opportunity.
You all right, Diddy. You all right, man. You facing yours. I'm right with Diddy facing his, saying I lost. No, I'm right with Diddy facing his. But what about Donald Trump? What about Jay-Z? What about all these other sexual deviants who got away? Donald Trump left, Donald Trump loved to say, let's drain the swamp. Okay, let's drain the swamp. All of y'all get arrested. All of y'all go to jail. Not just Diddy. Don't stop at Diddy. Don't stop at Diddy. Drain the swamp. Arrest them all. All of y'all. Sexual misconduct. All of y'all need to go to prison. All of y'all. Y'all all live this lifestyle. Russell Simmons, you come back on American soil, your ass is grass, Russell Simmons. Your ass is grass. Your ass is grass. And now let's go back to this woman right here. Y'all know Jessica Leeds? I don't think y'all know Jessica Leeds. Stop the sharing there. Now y'all know Jessica Leeds? I don't think y'all, you see, y'all never even heard of these fucking people, man. And that's the crazy part. Y'all never heard of these people. Have y'all ever heard of Jessica Leeds, man? Y'all never heard of Jessica Leeds. Right? Yeah, right. Y'all never heard of Jessica Leeds, right? Go to the home page. Y'all never heard of Jessica Leeds. Jessica Leeds said Donald Trump, man, assaulted her on a plane. This is a plane over 50 years ago. This little Jessica Leeds. Because obviously y'all don't know nothing. That's why I'm here. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing, man. And that's crazy, man. Jessica Leeds, man. So a white woman called Trump a sexual predator. Yes, a white woman calls him a sexual predator. See, this woman here called Donald Trump a sexual predator. That's what she said. So was she wrong? Hell no. Your victim said Trump is a sexual predator. I'm gonna listen to her. I'm gonna listen to her. That's Jessica Leeds, y'all. Y'all never even heard of this woman. Well, she was assaulted by Trump on an airplane. I see. Listen, man. I got dirt on you, doggy. I told you I could bring out the dirt on you. I don't give a fuck if you president. What that mean? What that mean? What? Oh. What? I'm not allowed to make money off you? It's a monetized channel, doggy. I get paid to talk about the president of the United States. Freedom of speech. I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm bringing up all facts. I'm bringing up people who said Trump did this, and I in this case. And what Trump says, she would not have been the chosen one because she looked ugly. And that's his reasoning for she would not have been the chosen one. So he think him assaulting women is them being chosen. My God, man. This man is the devil, man. She would not have been the chosen one. So you choosing them. That he assaulted me 50 years ago and he continues to attack me today. Come on, gang. He assaulted this woman 50 years. So Trump got sexual assault charges that goes back 50 years before I was even born, gang. Before I was even born, gang. Trump got allegations going back 50 years. 50 years. What? You serious? Like, bro, why do y'all look up to him? Why do y'all look up to him, bro? Hell no. I'm not looking up to that. He shouldn't even be allowed to be president, bro, with those crazy allegations. You walking in on beauty, beauty pageants, walking in on this, walking in on that. It's not fair to the victims to know that justice could only be served when you're a regular person. But if you're rich, you're famous, you're president, then somehow justice is blind. Somehow you don't get justice. You can't get justice because of the person who violated you. That is so wrong. That the person that violated you, if he's famous, he could get away with it. But a regular person got to go to jail. So y'all pick and choose. So that means to tell me, if I want to get away with the R word, if I want to get away with crime, all I got to do is be rich. That's all it takes for me to get away with any crime in America is just be rich. So being rich is a justification for not being punished for crime. That's all it takes. But a regular person would have been under the jail. But the fact that Trump is highly esteemed in this world, he could do, and even Trump said it. Trump said, I could do whatever I want. He's showing y'all every day. I could do whatever I want. I could attack any country I want. I could do whatever I want. And he's doing whatever he wants. Who is going to hold him accountable? Only one person, only one entity could hold Trump accountable, and that's Jesus Christ. That's Most High God. Only them can hold Trump accountable. Everybody else in this world, in this earth, is going to kiss Trump's ass. But, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, Trump needs to be in jail. I don't care. Trump needs to be in jail for Jessica Leeds, man. You know? Jessica Leeds, man. Why didn't she get justice? Y'all want to get justice for Cassie, right? Y'all quick to get justice for Cassie because she was a victim. So what about Jessica Leeds? Can we get justice for her? Can we get justice for Jessica Leeds, man? And in order for us to get justice for Jessica Leeds, Trump has to go to prison, man. Trump has to go to prison, man. Please.
Kissed her and tried to put his hand up. Says the president made unwanted sexual advances to her decades ago when they were seated next to each other on an airplane. At one point, she says, Trump lifted up the armrest, grabbed her breast, kissed her, and tried to put his hand up her skirt.
Now that is wicked, bro, because I know about planes, and when you're sitting next to females and women, there's a lot of women accuse men who sat next to them of touching them, of groping them, lifting up their hand rests. I seen a video of a guy getting arrested for touching a minor that was sitting next to him on an airplane. So this fits the MO. Lift up the hand rest, start groping up and doing this and this to her.
She says the attempted groping lasted for about 15 minutes. Years later, Leeds says she ran into Trump at a gala in New York City, and he recognized her, greeting her as, quote, the woman from the airplane, using a derogatory word.
This man just don't, so Trump is going to show y'all, I could do whatever I want and nobody even going to challenge me. That's what Trump is on. Nobody even going to challenge me. Everybody is scared of me. So Trump is banking on everybody scared of me. Like, he's like, if y'all even challenge me, I'm gonna take away your EBT. I'm gonna put more ice. So he uses stuff as leverage to keep people scared, man. And he had that is not a president. That's a dictator, man. That's a dictator, man. Y'all crazy, man. And y'all voted for him. And like a lot of Mexicans and Puerto Ricans voted for Trump. And he got ice on y'all. Like, why would y'all even vote for a man who wants y'all out the country? And this ain't even America's country. This ain't even his country. They're all immigrants. They're all immigrated here. But yet, oh man, that's a whole different story, man. That's a whole different story, man. But you know what I'm saying? Fear is fear. Jessica Lee's need justice. The same way Cassie got justice, right? Cassie got justice, right? For Diddy. And he didn't even, yo, bro, he didn't even do nothing to her like that. Jessica Lee's, she was assaulted. He seen her again. And he rubbed it in her face. Like, yeah, you the one I did to on the plane. Yeah, you's the one. How you think people feel, man? Knowing this man never was punished, never will be punished. He's probably still doing it to this day. Because if you ain't been punished for it, you're going to still do it. And Trump is still doing it to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know Donald Trump is a devil. Just want y'all to know. I don't care how much he smile at y'all. Donald Trump is a devil. And it is what it is. Donald Trump is a devil. And anybody who don't agree with me, he was an idiot. You was an idiot. That man showing how he is the devil. And then y'all still don't know. That man bombed the country, Iran, just because he was on the Epstein list. Just because you about to get exposed. You caught a major distraction. And your distraction is to kill people. That's the crazy part. Donald Trump distraction is not it's to let's go to war. People love war. People love drama. So he played right into it. And the mainstream media pick it up and they talk about that 24/7. No more Epstein 24/7. Nah, let's talk about the war now. And Trump slipped away again. Trump slipped away again. So let's recap before I end the stream. So Diddy prison date has been moved up. So let's recap before I end the stream. Appreciate y'all for being here. I know it's 4 a.m. It is what it is. We put that work in. So I'm gonna go live here. Then I'm gonna go live again, working out. So that's why I'm up early. I'm constantly putting in that work. So as I've done this, I'm gonna go eat, smoke my little blunt, and I'm gonna go live again. But we're gonna be working out, doing push-ups and putting in my work. Health is wealth. I'm always up, grinding, bettering myself. So I always got the edge on anybody who think they're gonna catch me slipping. You can't. I'm already up. I'm already at my greatness. I'm already embracing greatness. 4 a.m, 3 a.m, 2 a.m. I'm already here. So y'all looking at greatness at work. And I'm a truth teller. I'm not a respectable person. I don't care what color you are. I'm down the middle. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You could be a white man, and if you right, you right. You could be a black man, and if you wrong, you wrong. That's it. I don't see skin color. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Down the middle. That's it. That is it. Nothing else. Right is right, wrong is wrong. No skin color. But the average person don't think that way. Just cause you white They see you could do nothing wrong. And vice versa for the black people. Just because they're black, they could do nothing wrong. Nah, it's bullshit. That's bullshit, bro. Right is right, wrong is wrong, bro. I'm gonna call you out to your face. Black, white, green, purple, don't matter. I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna call you out as you're supposed to. I ain't scared of nobody. Like, only time you lie to somebody is when you scared. You know what I mean? That's the only time you lie is when you scared of the person. I ain't scared of no person on this earth, man. Nobody. That's put that in your crack pipe and smoke it. They stay calling him rapper. Why they call him a rapper, bro? Like, I don't get that. He's not a rapper. That man is he's not a rapper. The rapper who has been serving 50-month sentence for prostitution-related charges is now scheduled to be freed on April 25th, 2028, y'all, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. So, Diddy is going to be leaving earlier than expected. So his projected release date was June 4th, 2028. Now it's been bumped up to April 25th, 2028. Now I'm thinking, because I ain't done yet. If I'm Diddy, I ain't finished yet. I want some more programs. Like I said, I want this to be a 2027 release date. That's next year. I need a 2027 release date. You know what I'm saying? So he's in one program. That's not enough, Diddy. That's not enough. That's not enough. I need another program. Now, following the verdict, Donald Trump was mulled over whether or not to commute Combs' sentence. But 50 Cent, 50 Cent, 50 Cent was the one who convinced Donald Trump it is not in his best interest to pardon Diddy. We all know 50 Cent had a part in that twice, because Donald Trump was thinking about pardoning Diddy, because Diddy asked him for a pardon. And 50 Cent said, yo, Trump, remember Diddy was talking stuff about you? Diddy was talking crap about you? Trump said, oh, yeah. Then Trump fell back from it. Trump fell back from it. Trump was going to pardon Diddy until 50 Cent said something. Y'all understand that? 50 Cent said something, and Trump fell the fuck back. Trump said, I ain't in this shit. I'm out of here. Trump said, I'm out of here. I don't want no part of this. And Trump fell from it. But 50 Cent is the reason that Diddy didn't get out. And 50 Cent baby mother was one of the freak off participants. So 50, man, you got some dirt on you, homie. You put, they need to do a documentary on your ass, 50 Cent. But that's another video, that's another blog, that's another live stream. I'm gonna pull up all the 50 Cent dirt. That's what I'm gonna do. Next live stream, let me that's what I'm do. Next live stream, I'm pulling up all 50 Cent dirt. Cause y'all act like 50 don't got no dirt here. It's dirt on you, doggy. It's dirt on 50 Cent. Hella dirt on 50. I'm gonna pull it all up. The same way I up Donald Trump dirt going back to the 70s. I could pull up all the 50 Cent dirt. All that stuff that y'all forgot about. Cause that's what this internet is about. People forget shit. Amnesia. Until you gotta pull it back up and remind these people, put it in their face. Pause. You gotta remind these people, man. Gotta remind them again, man. And I got no problem with that, because I get paid to do this. So I got no problem, talking and get paid for it. This is an easy job. I get paid to talk. You know what I'm saying? 21st to the 26th, I always get a YouTube check. So y'all can play if y'all want to. I always get a YouTube check consistently every month from the 1st to the 26th, okay? So this is what I get paid to do. I get paid to talk, and I invested it. You can see I got a whole new setup. I could screen share now. So I want y'all to see what I. So I could screen share now. I'm taking it up a different level. I take this very serious, man. Like I'm not playing around with this. I take my profession serious. And I'm gonna start streaming to the, and I'm gonna start playing the games, PC games, but I'm waiting. I don't know, man. Man, I want to push the button on the game, but I might just get that GTA and just mod it out and play some GTA mods for a couple months until November, because we all know what November is. We all know what November is. Better get ready, man. Y'all get ready, because I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm born ready. I wake up ready. And I'm about to end the stream, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. Appreciate all the likes. Appreciate y'all. I know I go live early in the morning, but it is what it is, man. Because I'm up already doing greatness. Like I don't wake up 12 p.m., 11. You done slept half the day away. I ain't got, nah. I'm up 4, 5, 3 in the morning, working out, getting ready to be great all day. That's energy. Greatness is an energy. So I encompass this energy all day. It starts by meditation. That's where it starts, by meditation. They're my mantras my mantras that re-energize the greatness. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do, man. And it's currently 4:50 in the morning, 4:50 right now. You know what I'm saying? And mainstream media, they love to say this word. So the mainstream media love to say disgrace. The disgraced. That's what they love to say when they speak to us, the disgraced. First it goes from music mogul. Words is very important. You gotta pay attention to words. Words is very important. Music mogul to the rapper. So which one is it? Is he a music mogul or is he a rapper? Which one is it? Can't be a music mogul and a rapper. A rapper is level 1. That's level 1. A rapper. So which one is he? A music mogul or a goddamn rapper? These people don't know. See, when it comes to our culture, like they don't know what the hell they be talking about. The disgraced music mogul, and they love to call boy the disgraced music mogul, has been in prison since September 2024. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Combs was ultimately found guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. That's nothing, man. Like, that's nothing, man. That's nothing. And even the judge tried to bury him with a nothing charge. That judge was in his feelings. Nothing. And you try to bury the man? 50 months? 4 years? Come on, man. And it's people with domestic violence that don't even get 4 years in prison. Domestic violence. Violent. You beat up a woman. A violent crime. And they don't even get 50 months or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go look it up. People who convicted of domestic violence don't even get 50 months in prison. They don't get it. They get less than that. But this judge, in his feeling, he overcharged Diddy. He overcharged him 50 months. Overcharged that man. Overcharged him. And that judge knew it. That's why if I'm on Diddy's team, I'm appealing all that shit. I'm appealing all of that. I'm gonna say the judge was in his feelings, obviously. 50 years. Come on, man. I mean, 50 months. Could imagine 50 years. I don't. So it, it goes from the disgraced music mogul, now they're back to the rapper. Which one is it, bro? Now the rapper is currently in prison. The verdict reports emerged that President Donald Trump was mulling over whether or not to commute Diddy's sentence. Oh man, yeah, man. In a letter, the president indicated that he is not contemplating granting clemency to the rapper. So he is not giving Diddy clemency. That's what he said. He's not. 50 Cent was to blame for that. So the people he did give clemency to. So Donald Trump, he gave clemency. Well, like this is where we're gonna end it right here. 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 Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do this. So look at this. Okay, so these are the people that Donald Trump pardoned on January 6th. So Donald Trump ain't pardoned Diddy, but he pardoned the January 6th rioters. Now he's sentenced to life in prison for child sex abuse, bro. Months after, come on, gang. See, just months after President Trump mass pardon for January 6th rioters. So Trump had a mass pardon for people who stormed the Capitol building. But he couldn't pardon Diddy. But he pardoned people who stormed the Capitol building. A Florida man repeatedly sexually abused 2 middle children. Come on, gang. He should have stayed in prison, Trump. You see, you pardon this man and he come out to victimize 2 middle-aged children. Come on, man. This ain't fair. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What? I didn't even know Trump pardoned more than 1,500 people, bro. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro. See, y'all gotta pit. Listen, man, I don't know what world y'all live in, the real world. On the first day of his second term in office, President Donald Trump pardoned more than 1,500 individuals who were charged with or convicted of crimes related to the January 6, 2021 attack. So a president pardoned the people who attacked the Capitol building. Is this guy for America? Or is he against America? Because he's letting out the terrorists. Yeah, they're terrorists. Including in the pardons were more than 600 rioters convicted of assaulting, resisting, or interfering with law enforcement. On the 5th anniversary, some of the rioters returned to the Capitol. Oh man, that's sad, bro. That is sad. That is sad. Now, at the end of the day, and I want y'all to understand that these rioters reoffended. All right? These rioters reoffended it. They reoffended. And how many went back to prison? How many went back to prison? I just want y'all to see. I just want y'all to see something. Pay attention. Pay attention to this. Okay, see, because the media tell y'all this. At least 33 pardoned insurrectionists face other criminal charges. So Trump pardoned a shit ton of them. 33 of them face other criminal charges. At least 33 January 6th insurrection pardoned by President Trump have been rearrested. 33 of the insurrectionists have been rearrested. 33 of them. 6 of the pardoned January 6th insurrectionists are charged with committing sex crimes against children. A president pardoned these people to commit more crimes. You understand what I'm saying? Trump decision to pardon these people caused more heartache and caused more victims in the world. Who do we blame? Who do we blame? They were sitting in prison, but you on your first day gave them all a get out of jail free card. All a get out of jail free card. And they go right back to reoffending. Right back to reoffending. And and y'all want to call Diddy the worst thing? I'll spit in y'all face, man. I would spit in y'all face if y'all said Diddy is worse than Trump after what Trump does. First day in office, he just let him back out. And they go out, they ain't learned nothing. They go right back out to reoffend. Oh, come on, man. That's crazy, bro. The nature and severity of the unrelated crimes January 6th insurrectionists have been charged with underscores the significant public safety threat posed by Trump's decision to forego long-established DOJ process and grant blanket day one pardons and commutations to insurrectionists. But you don't want to pardon Diddy. But Diddy is such of a threat that you can't pardon Diddy. Diddy is worse than them. That's what you're trying to say. Diddy is worse than the insurrectionists. Because you pardon them, you pardon the insurrectionists. You pardon them. But when it comes to Diddy, you held back on Diddy, but you pardon people who look like you and who commit crimes like you. That's what it's about. They look like you and they commit the same crimes you did, Trump. So you pardon them with a clean blanket. And these motherfuckers reoffended immediately. Got a lot of victims, children, all kind of stuff. Come on, man. At the end of the day, man, this is a wicked, wicked world we live in. And the righteous as us, we're going to call them out every time. And, it's what it is. It's a fight. The righteous against the wicked. And I'm here for the fight. Now, y'all know what side I'm on. Because if I'm banging on these wicked bastards, y'all know what side I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Never forget it. I'm always for the good people. I always tell y'all, we're going to fight the good fight. All for the good people. You know what I'm saying? All for the people who can't fight for themselves or who's scared. I'm going to be your blanket. I'm going to be your mouthpiece. Tell them, come see me. I work out every day. I train my mind, my body. Tell them, come see me. I'll take care of them. Tell them, come see me. I'm waiting for anybody who like when I govern this earth, like my mentality is not, I hope he don't. My mentality is, I wish a nigga would. That's how my mentality is. Oh, I hope I wish a nigga would play with me. That's my mentality. I wish you would. Period. That's how I move. With that, I wish you would. I wish you would. That's my mentality. I wish you would. So we fight for the good people, man. You're going to need me on your side. That's why it's pivotal to have people like me on the good people's side. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, if a cop is not arresting a bad cop, guess what? He bad just like the cops. Because ain't a cop's job is to stop crime, even if a fellow officer is committing crime in front of my face, I gotta arrest them. But the good cops don't do that. The good cops watch the bad cops commit crimes and do nothing about it. So guess what? You bad just like them. Because if I see it and I say nothing, I'm just like them. So I can't see it and not say nothing. That's the point I'm trying to make. You see something, say something, especially if it's about right or wrong. That's all I'm saying. Right or wrong. You see something, you say something. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all have a good one. It's your boy K Beyond. Hit that like, subscribe button. It's 5 in the morning where I'm at. 5 in the morning. And I'm gonna tap out with y'all. Y'all have a good day. Next time y'all see me, it's gonna be working out on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Keep our body right, but also our mind also. Mind, body, and soul. All right. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.